I have never seen such a smart little boy. Able to drink milk alone on the day of birth. A 1-year-old can calculate the fundamental puzzle of the world that 1 + 1 = 3. Able to speak 8 languages and sign language at the age of 2. At the age of 3, he is even more awesome. Whether it's a mind game, or draw and play chess, already let it play like a thief and a thief. You can say that. At this time, its IQ completely killed Peng Yu under 15 years old. You have to accept it even if you don't accept it. Of course, there are times when it is cowardly. I saw a neighbor kid riding a bicycle today. It also wants to try it. So he secretly came to the neighbor's house. Find the kid's bike. Unexpectedly, he was discovered by a neighbor girl. After the girl's father learned, take a big wooden stick and give it a crazy education. At the critical moment, its owner arrived. Just saved it from the neighbor's house. But when I got home, I found out its legs are still injured. The boy took it to the hospital to stitch the wound. When you see the doctor, he looks real. Caesar suddenly had a wrong idea. She wants to be groomed by the young man and become his wife. This operation made the doctor look at everything. In this way, with the tacit cooperation of one person and one monkey, the female doctor still fell. Then they made an appointment to go play in the woods. At this time, Caesar also completely let himself go. Happy like a monkey. In this way, Caesar successfully grew to 5 years old. That day it was discovered through the window. Grandpa is being bullied by neighbors. This made his head explode. A leap knocked the neighbor down. It's just a small hammer blow. Fortunately a car came. Only then did the neighbors find the right opportunity to escape. But Caesar obviously won't let him go. Directly block his way. A big-footed guy came up. At this time, the neighbor man was already scared to death. I can only run forward with my eyes closed. But obviously he doesn't have a Caesar block. He was immediately pushed to the ground. At this time, Caesar has also come up. I picked up my neighbor's finger and kissed it. Fortunately, Grandpa stopped it in time. But the neighbor still reported foo bowl. Then it was taken to the animal care center. Just like that, Caesar's dream is about to begin. This 2-year-old orangutan has been locked up for 10 years. And this watchman not only uses electricity, make fun of others with them, and gave him stinky food. Caesar obviously couldn't bear this. It's all right back in his face. After that, he started laughing. The guard immediately became angry when he saw this. When you pick up a water gun, you have to teach him how to behave. And this completely made Caesar angry. And I came up with the idea of jailbreaking. He first used the time to relax, climb to a high point, take a good look at all the terrain, and then deliberately seduce. A watchman came forward. I'll definitely bring him over when I get the chance. In this way, he successfully stole a knife from the guard. At night, he used a knife to make a simple unscrewing tool. And this thing is really easy to use. Open the lock soon. Successfully escaped from his iron cage. Then he went to find the Super Big Mac inside. Not only did they free him, and made him his little brother. Then he released a little leader inside. But as soon as he left the house, a pot lid was knocked to the ground. Watch Caesar throw away the pot lid. Just wanted to do it for a while. I saw the Big Mac looking at me again. This made him read instantly. We can only bow to Caesar. Then Caesar brought another package of biscuits, and let the little head be distributed to all the orangutans. For those who eat stinky food every day, this is simply delicious on Earth. He at this time has become a godlike existence among orangutans. During the day he found another red-haired man. He said he wanted to take them out and escape. But Red Hair looks at these orangutans. It means they are too stupid to complete it. But Caesar obviously won't give up. New ideas come up quickly. He first secretly memorized the door lock password. Start taking action at night. Open the cell door with password. Then based on the terrain observed in advance, arrive at the top of the prison. Find the switch to open the top window. In this way he successfully escaped. Then he returned to his master's house. Find the can that makes orangutans smart. After pricking it with a knife, let the gas fill the entire cell instantly. With all the orangutans absorbing, they woke up completely the next day. Become a group of organized and disciplined apes. And his jailbreak plan officially started. He deliberately didn't go into the cage at night. Attract the guards out. He wants to sell this place in front of all the orangutans. The watchman obviously didn't know the situation yet. Take an electric baton and give it a poke. But I haven't poked it a few times yet. Then Caesar grabbed his neck. Then a scene that made people urinate appeared. Because orangutans can actually talk. Be a good boy. This scared everyone into the third emoticon. And Caesar is unequivocal. Knocked the guard unconscious with one slap. Then he held up an electric baton and started shouting. No, no, no. Then he took the watchman, locked in a cage. Then they released all the orangutans. Another guard comes in. After seeing this scene, just getting ready to run away, but it's too late. Was dragged down directly. It's just a small slap. Fortunately, even though Caesar stopped him, he was able to save him. But he also ended up being imprisoned. But at this moment, the unconvinced watchman woke up again, pick up the electric baton on the ground. I just want to do it for a while, but the next second. In this way, Caesar successfully escaped with all the orangutans. Then he asked the team to divide into 2 groups. All the way to the orangutan laboratory. Crazy rampage against the machines inside. The orangutan inside was soon rescued. At this time, another road came to the zoo. Big Mac charged the cage and threw it. All the orangutans inside were also rescued. Then they gathered together, planning to escape from this city. At this time, a stupid orangutan. I was accidentally caught online and got into the car, but the next second, Fu Bol was instantly confused. The orangutan was also successfully rescued. Then they started to continue on their way. At this time, Fu Bol also sent a police car to stop him. Big Mac and Red Hair immediately stood up when they saw this. And each person picked up a manhole cover and a stick. Next second, I've never seen such an arrogant obstacle before. I saw one of them pick up the manhole cover on the ground. One grabbed the stick next to him. Next second, Big Mac is also unambiguous. Go up with a stick. The police car was immediately scrapped. Caesar then continued to advance with the ape army, and his goal is the Golden Gate Bridge. Just cross this bridge. They can return to the forest. But humans set up an ambush at the bridge to stop them. Then Caesar suddenly stopped. I just saw him on AJE 216. Stop the advance of the army. He seems to sense the danger behind the fog. But I saw that the cavalry behind me were also chasing after me. Caesar immediately divided the army into 3 groups. Climb quickly along the rope to the top of the bridge. Let Hong Mao lead the team all the way. Jump directly under the bridge. Go from the bottom hanging monkey style. At this time, the cavalry behind them began to charge. The orangutans were beaten and their children suffered heavy deaths. Upon seeing this, Caesar immediately led his troops to fight. Big Mac is also unambiguous. He rushed out without saying a word. But the cavalry is obviously stretched. Not only the war horses were jacked up, not even enough damage output. He was pulled off the horse in a few moments. He is about to be sent to the northwest. Fortunately, Caesar stopped him in time. Big Mac sees this. I can only vent my emotions by roaring. At the same time, the orangutan team above has just climbed to the top of the bridge, but was discovered by a sniper on a helicopter. The commander immediately ordered to shoot directly. Throw an orangutan into the abyss. This scene was seen by Hong Mao under the bridge. Outraged, they began to advance even faster. It didn't take long for all 3 armies to be in place. Caesar immediately waved his hand. The orangutan behind him immediately attacked. He directly and brutally collided with a large truck. Just turned the truck over. Then, using the truck as a shield, they pushed forward and approached. Humans immediately ordered shooting, but it's of no use at all. Just when humans are trapped, a figure suddenly appeared in the fog. With Caesar's roar, the Air Force took the lead in attacking. It's not as good as a human hunter who can hit it directly. The underground army led by Hong Mao is also unambiguous. Jumping out is a crazy output. At this time, the army on the bridge also rushed over. Join the fight quickly. So under Caesar's command, human beings are spanked so fast that they pee. I have no choice but to run away. But just when the orangutans thought they had won, suddenly a helicopter flew up. Just shoot wildly at the gorilla door. Caesar glanced at the terrain. Think of a way quickly. He first came to the car behind him. Find a chain. And then in a hail of bullets, spin the chain crazily. Followed by a forceful, the chain comes out. The machine gunner was released instantly. But then the gunman appeared again. Seeing Caesar being bullied, Big Mac is not happy anymore. He rushed forward and pushed Caesar aside. Then against the rain of bullets, jumped towards the helicopter. Under the impact of Big Mac, the helicopter soon lost control. Then Caesar rescued Big Mac. And the orangutans also won the final victory, returned to the woods and lived the life that originally belonged to them. 10 years later his master came to the forest to find Caesar and wanted to take Caesar home. Caesar looked at his younger brother behind him. Then with a calm expression, he rested his head on the owner's neck. I want to take them to make sour food. The master learned that he had such great ideals. Hal finally had no choice but to give up. Story: Queen Caesar returns to the tribe. Take on the important